Many people notice hair thinning after 40 and assume it is only genetics. But what happens at night plays a much bigger role than most realize. While you sleep, your scalp shifts into repair mode. Blood flow patterns change, and hormones that affect follicles rise and fall. The right nighttime habits can support follicle recovery, reduce inflammation, and protect fragile hair. Small changes before bed can compound into visible improvements over weeks and months. Hair follicles are living mini organs with their own growth cycles. At night, your body prioritizes tissue repair, collagen production, and cellular cleanup. Poor sleep quality, high stress hormones, and low scalp circulation can disrupt this process and shorten the growth phase of hair. Over time, follicles become weaker and produce thinner strands. Supporting nighttime repair means creating conditions that favor oxygen delivery, nutrient access, and reduced mechanical stress on the scalp. The first foundation is sleep quality. Deep, consistent sleep regulates cortisol and supports growth hormones that indirectly influence hair health. Aim for a regular bedtime. Dim lights 30 minutes before bed and avoid screens to let melatonin rise naturally. Poor sleep is associated with higher inflammation and oxidative stress, which can impair follicle function. Improving sleep alone often reduces shedding and improves the texture of existing hair within several weeks. The second foundation is scalp circulation. Gentle scalp massage for 2 to 3 minutes before bed can increase local blood flow and relax the tissues around follicles. Studies on mechanical stimulation suggest that regular scalp massage can thicken hair over time by improving nutrient delivery and reducing tension in the scalp. Use your fingertips, not nails, and move the skin in small circular motions across the temples, crown, and back of the head. The third foundation is reducing nighttime friction and mechanical damage. Cotton pillowcases create more friction, which can weaken already fragile strands. Switching to silk or satin pillowcases reduces friction and helps hair glide rather than snag. If you have longer hair, loosely tying it with a soft fabric scrunchie can prevent tangling. These changes protect the hair you already have, reducing breakage that is often mistaken for hair loss. Now, let's talk about targeted topical support with evidence. One of the most studied natural oils for hair health is rosemary oil. A small clinical study found that rosemary oil performed similarly to low-strength minoxidil over several months for people with pattern hair loss, with fewer reports of scalp irritation. Rosemary oil may support microcirculation and reduce scalp inflammation. Always dilute essential oils in a carrier oil before use. A simple nighttime oil blend can be effective and safe when used correctly. Mix a few drops of rosemary essential oil into a tablespoon of a carrier oil like jojoba or coconut oil. Jojoba closely mimics natural scalp oils and helps deliver actives without clogging follicles. Massage the blend gently into thinning areas 2 to 3 times per week. Leave it on overnight and rinse in the morning if your scalp tolerates it well. Another evidence-backed topical is caffeine-based scalp products. Caffeine has been shown in laboratory studies to stimulate hair follicle activity and counteract the suppressive effects of certain hormones on follicles. Using a caffeine-containing scalp serum or shampoo in the evening can support follicle metabolism overnight. While not a miracle cure, caffeine can be a helpful supportive tool when combined with consistent habits and scalp care. Melatonin is better known as a sleep hormone, but topical melatonin has been studied for scalp health. Small clinical trials suggest that topical melatonin solutions may reduce hair shedding and support growth in some individuals by acting as an antioxidant and modulating local hormone signaling. If you choose to try a topical melatonin product, use it as directed and give it at least 3 months to assess any visible changes. Nighttime posture also matters more than most people think. Poor neck alignment can compress blood vessels that supply the scalp, subtly reducing circulation during the night. Use a pillow that keeps your neck neutral, not flexed forward. Avoid sleeping with heavy pressure on the same scalp area every night. Rotating sleep positions and using a supportive pillow can help maintain healthy blood flow to the scalp during long sleep periods. Nutrition is the silent partner of any hair routine. Hair follicles are metabolically active and need protein, iron, zinc, biotin, vitamin D, and omega-3 fats. Evening meals that are balanced and not overly high in sugar help stabilize blood sugar and reduce nighttime inflammation. Chronic insulin spikes and nutrient deficiencies can weaken follicles over time. Hydration also matters, as dehydrated tissue has poorer circulation and slower repair. Stress hormones peak at night in people with chronic stress and poor sleep routines. Elevated cortisol can push follicles into a resting phase and worsen shedding. Simple evening stress reduction rituals, such as slow breathing, light stretching, or brief mindfulness, can lower sympathetic nervous system activity. Reducing nighttime stress supports healthier hormonal signaling to follicles, which over time can improve the growth environment of the scalp. Consistency is what turns small habits into visible results. Hair growth is slow, and follicles respond gradually. Most people need at least 8 to 12 weeks of consistent nighttime care before noticing reduced shedding or improved density. Track changes with monthly photos in the same lighting. Avoid switching routines every week. The goal is not instant regrowth, but creating a stable biological environment that favors stronger, healthier hair over time. It is also important to be realistic and honest about expectations. Not all hair loss is reversible, especially advanced genetic pattern loss where follicles have miniaturized significantly. However, many people can slow progression, reduce shedding, and thicken existing hair with the right habits. Combining sleep optimization, scalp massage, low-friction sleep practices, and evidence-based topicals often produces better results than any single product alone. Safety matters. Essential oils must always be diluted properly before applying them to the scalp, because concentrated essential oils can cause irritation, allergic reactions, or even chemical burns in sensitive skin. Always mix essential oils with a carrier oil such as jojoba, coconut, or argan oil. Before using any new topical product, perform a patch test on a small area of skin behind the ear or on the forearm to check for reactions. Another important factor that affects hair growth at night is scalp inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation around hair follicles weakens their ability to stay in the growth phase. This inflammation can be worsened by poor diet, high sugar intake, smoking, alcohol, and exposure to environmental toxins. Supporting your body's natural anti-inflammatory processes through better nutrition, hydration, and sleep can indirectly improve the health of your hair over time. Temperature regulation during sleep also plays a subtle role. Sleeping in an overheated environment can increase sweating and scalp irritation, which may worsen itching and inflammation for some people. Keeping your bedroom slightly cool, well-ventilated, and comfortable helps your body enter deeper sleep stages. Deep sleep is when growth hormone peaks, supporting tissue repair processes throughout the body, including the scalp. One overlooked habit is how people wash their hair at night. Going to bed with wet hair can increase friction, weaken the hair shaft, and make strands more prone to breakage. If you wash your hair in the evening, allow it to dry naturally or use a low-heat setting. Avoid aggressive towel drying, which can roughen the cuticle and contribute to hair fragility over time. Hormonal changes after 40 play a major role in hair thinning for both men and women. Testosterone conversion to DHT can miniaturize hair follicles in genetically susceptible individuals, while changes in thyroid hormones and insulin sensitivity can also affect hair growth cycles. While lifestyle habits cannot completely override genetics, improving metabolic health and sleep quality can help create a more favorable hormonal environment for hair follicles to function. Hydration before sleep supports circulation and nutrient delivery to the scalp. Dehydration thickens blood slightly and reduces microcirculation, making it harder for follicles to receive oxygen and nutrients. Drinking enough water throughout the day, rather than chugging large amounts right before bed, supports overall tissue hydration. Proper hydration also helps maintain healthy skin barrier function on the scalp. Another practical habit is gentle brushing before bed. Using a soft bristle brush to lightly stimulate the scalp can help distribute natural oils along the hair shaft and promote circulation. This should be done gently to avoid pulling or breaking fragile hairs. The goal is to support scalp health, not to aggressively detangle or stress the hair roots. Consistency matters more than intensity. Many people overlook the role of micronutrient deficiencies in hair thinning. Low iron, low vitamin D, and inadequate protein intake are common contributors to weak hair growth. While supplements can be helpful for some people, it is best to address deficiencies through diet and, when needed, medical testing. A balanced evening meal with protein, healthy fats, and vegetables supports tissue repair overnight. Alcohol and late-night heavy meals can disrupt sleep architecture and increase nighttime inflammation. Alcohol fragments sleep and reduces REM cycles, while heavy meals close to bedtime can impair digestion and elevate blood sugar. Both factors indirectly affect hair health by increasing oxidative stress and reducing the quality of nighttime recovery. Limiting alcohol and eating lighter meals in the evening supports better sleep and overall tissue repair. Consistency is what turns these small habits into real results. Hair follicles operate on slow biological timelines. Most improvements in hair thickness or reduced shedding appear gradually over 2 to 4 months of consistent practice. Many people give up too early, assuming nothing is working. The reality is that hair responds slowly, and sustainable changes come from maintaining supportive habits over time, rather than chasing quick fixes. It is also important to manage expectations honestly. No routine, oil, or habit can instantly regrow hair in areas where follicles have been inactive for many years. However, many people can reduce shedding, strengthen existing hair, and slow further thinning by improving the nighttime environment for scalp repair. The goal is long-term preservation and gradual improvement, not overnight transformation. Finally, remember that hair health reflects overall health. Sleep quality, stress management, nutrition, circulation, and metabolic health all converge at the level of the hair follicle. When you improve these foundational systems, your hair often becomes one of the first visible signs that your body is functioning better. This is why focusing on nighttime habits is so powerful. It supports your whole system, not just your scalp. If you found this helpful, consider starting with just one change tonight. Choose a better sleep routine, try gentle scalp massage, or switch to a low-friction pillowcase. Small actions repeated consistently are what create meaningful change over time. Your hair reflects your habits, and every supportive habit you build today shapes how your hair looks and feels in the months ahead.